Hey YouTube, this is DJ from Brother Man Arms. Today we're going to be discussing infields, and specifically we're going to be discussing uh, Indian infields and kind of how to tell how your infield has come from India or was made in India. So I'm going to set this down and we will take a look at what we've got. What we've got here are two examples of British Lee Enfields that have been either in service with India or were actually made in India. The first of which will be this one. Let's open the bolt here, make sure it's empty, which it is, which is a 1918 BSA Enfield, which some people are like, well, BSA, that's Birmingham Small Arms. Or if you're from around from where I'm from, Birmingham Small Arms, that is a British manufacturer. Well, it is. However, this Enfield has seen service with the Indian Army at some point, and more than likely it was when India was still considered a commonwealth of the British Empire. Now, there's a couple of things you can look at this Enfield and say, okay, this has definitely been to India. It was in service with the Indian Army, and more than likely it was probably done after World War One and up through World War II when these were issued. The number 3 star, which is what this one is. I'll let you get a better look at the nose cap so you know what you're looking at. Was basically used throughout the Commonwealth. The Australians used them, New Zealanders, South African, just pretty much every Commonwealth force had a surplus of these. And when World War II broke out, these were basically needed for troops, frontline troops and rearline troops. So let's take a look at this one a little closer, and we can tell how it's been to India. The first, and probably the most recognizable, is the ISA, which I believe is the Ishapur Armory in India stamp. So that's a pretty easy tell if you're looking at your stock. One thing I love about the Enfields is they are literally marked everywhere. Everywhere it has either been proofed or been stamped to show where it's been. You've got the Indian Army stamp here. You also have some regimental marks up here. One of them on here, it looks like it was issued to a G company at some point in time. Another real easy way to tell if you've got an Indian issued Mark III is flipping it over, and I'll kind of rotate it here. And it has the dreaded Ishapur screw, which some people do not like. I personally, I could kind of care less on these if I know it's been from India. This bolt, or this screw, was placed in the wood. For some people believe that it was done as a strengthening mark to strengthen the stock when it was fired. Some people argue that it doesn't strengthen anything, and there's really no reason why they should have put that in there. But that is an easy way to tell if your rifle has been in Indian service, is this hole right here. It's not as easy to tell on the other side. This one's actually been done fairly well, where they've ground it down and it's fairly even with the stock. It's not jagged and doesn't stick out anywhere. But if you can see where the stock and the trigger housing and everything meets, we do have the British Crown mark there and the 1918 short magazine Lee Enfield 3-star markings. The next rifle we're going to take a look at in terms of being a Indian produced Enfield is, and I'm going to go ahead and move this bottom one out of frame here, is going to be this one, which you can tell easily from the box magazine that this was not designed that this was a different caliber that it was designed to shoot. This is a 7.62 by 5.1 caliber, Indian made in the let's see here, 1968, the RFI, and it's got marked on your receiver, or up here, right here. It's got marked right here, 7.62 millimeter, 1968 rifle. And you can tell because the crest, obviously you don't have a British crown here. You've got a, I believe that's a leopard or a panther or some sort of cat-like creature. Sorry, I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Receiver. This one has obviously been checked as well. No rounds in the magazine. No rounds in the chamber. This one is actually in fairly good stock. It's not beat up. A lot of these that were imported just were beaten to death when they were imported, or a lot of the ones that are left over that are on the current surplus market as of February 2016 look really beat up. This one's got a couple of dings and scratches in it, but it's in overall pretty good shape. The bore's pretty good. Like I said, the easy way to tell on these if they're a 308 or not is this box magazine. It's flatter. It's got these lips that stick out on the magazine, so that you can hold that 7.62 by 5.1, or commonly known as 308 round. There is another debate out there as to whether or not you can fire 308 or some 7.62 by 5.1 rounds out of it, because they don't know, you don't know what the pressure chambers would be like. This is designed to run off of NATO spec ammo, so that's generally what I try to shoot in this. I have yet to obviously blow this rifle up with any of the rounds that I have fired out of it, but overall it's a pretty decent shooter. A lot of people get these because 308 and 7.62 by 5.1 are far easier to acquire as opposed to 303 British, which pretty much on the surplus market doesn't exist. It is out there. Every now and then you will get a some random country will import a ton to the US, which is kind of like a oh happy day when that comes in. Cheaper than dirt a while ago. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of cheaper than dirt, but they had some excellent prices on some 303s, Greek rounds on stripper clips. But that's for another video. We'll go into that on another video. But like I said, it's real easy to tell from these guys. That's the one thing about British arms and arms of the British Empire. They pretty much stamped everything on everything. And you can locate those stamps either on the receivers. Tops of the receivers have a lot of proof marks. They're all over the stocks themselves. Even this one. This wood may be too dark to pick up these markings on here. You can barely see it in camera there. You know, this one has a stocking mark back there to where it was issued to. So if you ever see one of these, or you ever see its 303 British brother, don't be afraid to pick one up, guys. These are great shooters. Every now and then you can pick them up for a decent price. And I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you watching the videos. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and you know, leave any comments in the box if you've got any questions or any misinformation that I've said, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect, so I may misspeak sometimes. But if you can, you know, leave that comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.